It was the oppressive summer heat that first drove me to the decaying coastal town of Inmouth, a place so obscure and inscrutable that few dared to speak its name. The stories I had heard, whispered in dark corners, spoke of an eerie town where the sea held ancient secrets and the townsfolk practiced eldritch rites. I was an investigator of the bizarre and unexplained, and Innsmouth called to me like a siren song. As my decrepit car sputtered into town, I was immediately struck by the dilapidated buildings, their once proud facades now corroded by salt and time. The air hung heavy with the stench of brine, and the gray, overcast sky seemed to mirror the gloom that clung to the town. I felt an overwhelming sense of foreboding, as if the very earth beneath my feet was tainted by some unseen malevolence. I sought out the local library, hoping to find any written record of Innsmouth's dark history. The librarian, a woman with watery, unblinking eyes, was hesitant to assist me, but I managed to uncover an old manuscript hidden away in a dusty, cobweb-covered corner of the archives. The manuscript was penned by Obed Marsh, a name I would soon come to loathe. In his disjointed ramblings, he spoke of an otherworldly being, Dagon, who demanded devotion from the townsfolk in exchange for unfathomable power. The rites described in the text were incomprehensible and filled with an unsettling sense of dread. I knew then that I had stumbled upon something far more sinister than I had anticipated. As I delved deeper into Innsmouth's secrets, I made the acquaintance of Zadok Allen, an elderly, half-mad fisherman who had seen the town's descent into darkness. His tales were laced with fear and superstition, but his words were tinged with a truth that chilled me to the bone. He spoke of the deep ones, the aquatic entities who inhabited the depths of the ocean, and the townsfolk's unholy pact with them. I listened in growing horror as he recounted stories of human sacrifices and blood rituals that had persisted for generations. With a growing sense of unease, I explored the town's decaying docks and fishermen's shanties. The air was thick with the stench of rotting fish, and I could hear the faint, otherworldly chants of the townsfolk as they went about their daily rituals. The people of Inmouth had a strange, fish-like appearance, with webbed fingers and gills that pulsed in rhythm with the sea. They seemed to move with a lethargic, almost hypnotic, grace, as if they were one with the water that surrounded them. I ventured deeper into the town, driven by a growing obsession to uncover the truth. As I approached a dilapidated church, I heard the haunting strains of a hymn that sent shivers down my spine. The congregation, their eyes devoid of humanity, swayed in unison, their voices an eerie cacophony that reverberated through the desolate streets. I stumbled upon the Marsh family's mansion, a sprawling, dilapidated structure perched on a cliff overlooking the sea. It was there that I made a horrifying discovery. In the mansion's basement, I found a hidden chamber filled with grotesque statues and artifacts, all devoted to Dagon and the Deep Ones. My heart pounded as I realized that I was standing on the precipice of something truly monstrous. Just as I was about to flee the mansion and Innsmouth altogether, a sound from the darkness beyond the mansion's walls stopped me in my tracks. The sea, the ever-present force that had loomed over Innsmouth, now roared with an unholy fury. The ground beneath me trembled as if the very earth itself was rebelling against the abominable practices of the town. I watched in horror as the sea surged, and from its depths, grotesque, amphibious creatures emerged. They were the Deep Ones, their malevolent eyes fixed on me. With a dawning realization, I understood the townsfolk's terrible fate. They had interbred with these abominations, giving rise to a new generation of hybrids, each more monstrous than the last. In my panic, I fled the mansion and the town, my mind shattered by the unspeakable horrors I had witnessed. I knew that I would never be the same, that the knowledge I had gained in Innsmouth would haunt me for the rest of my days. Now, as I write this account from a remote, undisclosed location, I can still hear the haunting hymns of the Deep Ones and the ceaseless roar of the sea. I fear that the darkness of Innsmouth has seeped into my very soul, and that I will never escape its nightmarish grasp. The town and its eldritch secrets are a blight on this world, a testament to the unspeakable horrors that lurk just beyond the veil of our reality. To uncover more spine-chilling horror tales, venture into the darkness by clicking the I button tucked away in the enigmatic top right corner.